Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. It is December 24th, 2018. It's Christmas Eve. I have a read for you, a little sand art, and oracle cards. And I'm going to get right into it. It was beautiful and sunny this morning. The sun came right in my kitchen window. Sorry, I just got back from running, so if I look a little sweaty, that's why. Definitely a lot of cool energies came up today. The Lovers and the Two Cups were both in the read from today, and you'll see as on the picture that I posted. The sand art, well, here goes with the sand art. Velvet ropes, theater, blankets and fringe, pie from within, okay, so P-I, the masculine and feminine, integrating within, sigma and pi orbs, which came up in the reading today, or in the codes. Spine, upper back, and wings. 3D hearts and triangles, characters whose hair stands up on end, cleft chins, stories of dragons where dinosaurs begin, a dog that looks like a raptor, a chicken that looked like a Muppet character, butt cracks and paddywhacks and give a dog a bone, this old man goes rolling home, a dog who feels left out, or just got yelled at, a sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of that. The masculine grew 3 times that day, but expanding in a whole new way. Heart drops and corks pop and gas released, cracking of knuckles, and someone says, please. Biting fingernails, pushing back cuticles, all for a day out of the cubicle. Huge masculine backs, all aligned, shoulder to shoulder, but in a huddle, praying this time. A hole in one's heart, a defective part, a call to the dinner table that it's time to start. Covering the food, a leak in the roof. Someone entertains while the dog says woof. Hershey's kisses, magical wishes, angels and gnomes and help with the dishes. Masculines join energies, creating a rocket. Blast off fireworks, aroused, putting finger in the socket. Mountains moved, new patterns woven, church bells all were broken. And the 3 men I admired the most, Father, Santa, and the Eagles coach, got in their cars but forgot their coats. The day I didn't cry. So that was the sand art that came up. Those were the messages that were coming up for you guys. I want to make sure to thank all of you guys for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. And for those of you who celebrate Christmas, have an amazing Christmas tonight for Christmas Eve and tomorrow, and an amazing New Year's for everyone. The energies for the feminine today being December 24th, 2018, it is the 24 of the Queen of Wands. You know, getting dressed up and looking your best. There's very much in the energy today, but also Dark Mother energies were coming up. So both the positive and the negative or dark energies of the 24/6 are coming up of the Queen of Wands. The day adds up to 4711, which is the 7 of Cups. Okay, it's about having choices and options and dreams, heaven in their eyes, heaven on earth, seeing synchronicities. Okay, but it's only about illusions if you don't stay present in your knowing. Okay, so we have 11, 4711, and 24/6. So it's very feminine energy, very motherly energy, very inspired, visionary, spiritual energy. So it looks like energy going into a fun day. Actually, that means that tomorrow on Christmas will be in the Knight of Wands, which is very physical movement, but also in the 8 of Cups, the 48, which is the walking away and going within. So it's that. So it's kind of a contrast of energies there. So it should be interesting to see how that plays out. I watched Silver Linings Playbook last night, and it was so weird because in the movie he has a cut across his nose, and then when I was just out jogging with my son, and before that I moved I don't know if I yawned or opened my mouth, but I felt like I had a cut across my nose. It was just 444. So I don't know if I'm manifesting it because I saw it last night, but it was really strange. And also I wanted to bring up that sexual energy has been coming up. So, you know, we're learning to roll that energy up into our heart chakra, our third eye chakra, our crown chakra, and recycle our energy, our third energy that's coming in, if it gets really strong for you. Or is it the handbook, Silver Lining Handbook? I'm sorry, my brain is terrible that way. I can't remember anything. But you know the movie I'm talking about. It was really good to watch it. You know, once you've been on the twin flame journey and you rewatch movies that you've seen before, you know, there's always a whole new meaning in it. So let's see, let's get into what we want to talk about today. So like I said, 24, not only is it the day, but 24 came up again first thing this morning when I started putting out the cards, and thoughts of my mother came up. Okay, so there's definitely some of that energy coming up to deal with, especially at the holidays when everyone comes together, and you know, there's a lot of positive and negative that always can come out because you're dealing with your family, a lot of mothers, and people who are comfortable, you know, with their families, so they're going to be their authentic selves, usually for the most part. Not everything is authentic, you know, they're being who they think they're supposed to be, but also some of those negative energies could come out to play, so it's a real good time for you to practice your staying present and in your knowing, okay, staying at 0 point. So let's see, also the King of Wands shaman came up again today, and yesterday, it was yesterday, the King of Wands shaman had fallen out with the Wheel of Fortune. So, but I'm still getting the, it's not that there's any negative energy coming up with the King of Wands shaman energy, but there's still a lot of exhaustion for the Divine Masculine. So let's see what comes up here. Also in coming up and thinking about this shaman energy, and I was getting this in relation to Dark Mother energy, shaman energy, the good and the dark, okay? So some of the Dark Mother energies that you have in your life may also be the very shamanistic energy that's in your life, you know, the positive aspect of their personalities. So I was being called to point this out. Also the 1970s, those colors from the 70s of the rust oranges, I was seeing those stripes were reminding me of that time. And it was just 44 again, 444 and then 44, and this was 744. And that's very spiritual, mastering vibration, okay? Also, color and patterns were coming up in association with this 70s rust and yellow colors. Remember all those, you know, for me it was ugly. I didn't like it. It was like the yellows and the oranges and the lime greens and the rust colors, very earthy colors that I don't normally resonate with. And stripes. But this was some of the shaman energy that was coming up here. And then a song that I wrote for my mother, some of the lyrics from that were coming up in my head about the mother, and the line that was coming up was that I'd have a praying mantis tree where all my dogs run free, and a yard where all my dogs run free. And it was funny that praying mantis comes up because I just mentioned that I had a visit from a mantis being the other night. And dogs came up in the a lot in the sand art today. But also seeing the positive, all right? Seeing the positive and being the positive. Reflecting that energy out to others and giving out that ripple effect. Also, I was getting someone's with their right hand having a lot of joint issues like arthritis, but really burning up. And an Emperor energy. And when I was shuffling, I was getting mostly smooth, but a little disjointed at times. So those are the energies that were coming up. The major arcana were the Lovers, Star, Karma, Higher Self, Starseed, Emperor, which are, of course, the Lovers, Star. Karma is the Judgment card in this deck, Syrian Starseed. Higher Self is High Priestess. Starseed is the Fool, and Emperor is actually Reason in this deck. There were 2 cups, 1 sword, 1 wand, 1 pentacle, and the King of Wands was the only court card that came up. The numbers that came up were 2, 5, 7, 25, 55, 2, 1, 1, 1 were the numbers that came up, and the codes were all about new beginnings. The code, from what I got from the coding, was all about the S as well, which was interesting because from some of the stuff I looked up, some chemistry stuff was coming up about orbs and sigma and pi. And S is the symbol for sigma when we're talking about sigma and pi. So that will come up in what came up for us today. Also, DNA was coming up, and high C, and talisman, the object that someone believes holds magical properties that brings good luck to the possessor, or for protection. According to the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and that's in the UK, 19th to the 20th century, a magical figure charged with the force when it is intended to represent. And that was from enwikipedia.org. So then what came up, the Five of Orbs came up in the coding. So that's very much about brain wars, but also expansion of your thoughts. But learning to find the positive way of expanding your thoughts. Seeker 2, or the twin flames, okay? And again, DNA was coming up, as well as high C and high God. Something else that came up online, some of the headings that I got were Chapter 11. So I don't know if someone's declaring Chapter 11, but Chapter 11 flashcards were coming up. This was from Quizlet.com. A bond formed by the overlap of two S orbitals, or the end-to-end overlap of two orbitals that have P character, is called a what bond? This bond has its highest electron density between the blank of the two bonded atoms. And then it was explaining sigma, the symbol, that the sigma bond, or the S bond, is end-to-end, whereas the pi bond, is sideways, or parallel, side to side. Also that the pi energy is higher than the S energy, and the SP together is linear. Also then hybridization came up, and that was from chemistryfsu.edu. And the valence bond theory described how orbitals overlap in molecules to form bonds. When the bond forms, the probability of finding electrons changes to become higher within the region of the space between the two nuclei. And what's the space between electrons is the quantum leap. So we're talking here bonds and quantum leaps. And here it was saying the electron density is highest along the axis of the bond. And here we are bonding at the holiday. And lots of electron activity going around the nucleus, okay? Pi forms stronger or higher energy bonds. If you take two high energy with two lower energy, this is the hybrid, and then split them and then combine them 4 ways, then they're all equal. And this is how they create hybrids, to strengthen certain characters in other weaker whatever it is, to strengthen it. An object or a flower, whatever it is. But it's talking about the hybrids. And then it's paralleling, the hybrid humans that will be coming in to strengthen us, okay, to increase our energy, okay, so that some of the children coming in will be hybrids. There will be new higher entities, joining with the human DNA to produce new children that will be stronger, of higher vibration, okay. Truth-seeking ball also came up from Narutopedia, okay, and that's from NarutoWikia.com. Truth-seeking ball can be controlled individually or combined together. In both cases, the power of all things in nature can be used to shape the orbs into different forms, with the shape or shapes effects determined by how its natures are combined. So here we are talking about hybridization again. And then the next heading was allium versus lilium orbs. Takes of Xylia 2, I don't know how to pronounce it right. And that was from neoseeker.com, but that came up again. Because Xylio 2, as the sequel to Xylio 1 comes up. And then exam 3 from study flashcards come up. And I never see these sites. So it's the second time the flashcards came up. The overlap between an S orbit and P orbit is called pi bond 2. So it's saying which one was correct. Was 2 correct? Were 3 correct? Was 1 correct? Or was overlap of 2 orbitals in H2? Overlap of 2 S orbitals in H2 is called a sigma bond 3. Or 3 HF is formed from overlap of hydrogen 1s orbital with a fluorine. And then fluorine comes up, which has come up many times in my codes as significant. At the same time, when I looked at it, selenium also came up, which came up for me, and I have selenium as well. 2s orbital. So fluorine came up as 2s orbital. Then another heading was Enigma 2, UFOs and USNs. And then Chapter 9, covalent bonding, or covalent bonding, orbitals. And that's from collegecengage.com. Another heading was Demising Truth, Seeking Ball. And again, that's was the Nerudopedia. And that statement said, Kaguya what did she do to her opponent? I can't read my writing. Dropped her opponent through a portal, but into that core dimension. And there, she lets her power go out of control, turning into a rabbit-like creature. And then she opens her mouth, releasing expansive truth. Seeking ball, which detonates, obliterating everything around it. So this may be coming up for the holidays as well. And then simple molecular orbitals, or MOs, were coming up. Okay, MOs. Okay, so sine and pi bonds were coming up again in molecules. That was APP. cpp.edu. 2 MOs created from 2 atomic orbitals and 2 electrons to fill into these orbitals. So lower energy MO will be filled and the higher energy MO will be empty. Okay? Energy vampires. Okay? The lower energy takes the energy from the higher energy. And that comes up as off-bow principle. Off-boat principle. And then 5 terrifying haunted places in Houston came up, and then Tales of Xylia 2. Just saying, and what came up underneath that, and that was from azilia.wikia.com, was 14th Mothership. In Tales series, sequel to Tales of Xylia, and set 1 year after its events. So 1 year after events was also coming up. And then angel orbs and UFOs came up again as well. Okay, so again, 14th is the Temperance card, the angels, and Mothership. And here we are at the holidays, okay, and the Mothership. And we're talking about hybrids, okay? So all this stuff, take it as it comes. What does it bring up for you? There's a message there. So the read starts out with, two hearts that beat as one, our lives have just begun. Okay, that's the message as soon as I started reading the cards. Crying, purging, or overwhelmed in purging cycles. The two research their abilities and opportunities to bond. Opportunities magically appear as the sun comes out, rainbows appear, and deliveries to your doorstep. And that was interesting because I just got in a rainbow, that picture that I showed yesterday that my daughter took from the plane. And this, when I was at the kitchen sink this morning, all of a sudden the sun just brightened up really bright so that I noticed it and wrote it down. And then I received a delivery to my door. Nothing but gold. And stellium came up. Offer a new life in the sun by water, where children play and adults see beauty around them. Nature. A path through a natural portal. Naturopath. Okay. White horse flashing his pecs. Ant eaters riding in on white horse or mustang with beautiful materials. Happiness abounds. Children excited. Stags reunited. Rainbow reunions. Yellow apples and oranges align in these times. True love couples align everything they touch is gold and orange and green. If you get schooled for being late, don't fall apart at the seams. Offer of gold coin, money to play ball, or a new life. The gate of rejection is opened, and justice served on a solid gold platter. The two of us is all that matters. Worth waiting for, finances and career. The Queen of Pentacles is cold, the Empress without fear. The King of Swords ignores his neighbor's concerns. Hand mirror and silence is all he's concerned with. Being discerning, okay? Karmic completion comes up here, as well as love partnership beneath the karmic completion, as this is still underlying energy. Weakness of young boy at synagogue service, sneaking away at night with his love to the apothecary and nervous. Stuck in the past with the evil magician, the apple of his eye, but he wanted to be a musician. A Scorpio boy or girl needed courage to go for it. A boat down the shore or treasure chest in the weeds of the forest. Stuck in emotions, magnetizing some coin. The machine that picks up toys. You know, the one with the claws. That never works. Never properly aligns. Wanting a date, but needing the courage and strength to get out of his head and make magic, going to any lengths. A negative past corrected with silence, justice for all with patience and alignment. Recently the lotus opened to source, awakening. Queen of Pentacles not expressing feelings to establishment or religions or the man without remorse. The past dealt with by higher realms, higher learning has only just begun. Foundations of Egypt, dark mother and family lineage, transmuted by light, reflected by edge. Centrally lovers rescued by high self, destiny stuck in emotions, left on a shelf. Coming out of isolation for Santa and elves. The challenge for the Divine Feminine here is brain wars and rising above new passion and blocks. Blocking your own way, being magician, is tough. Finding peace in dreams without obsessing. Now higher self has learned its lesson. Standing in truth in another world, still and not working, not expressing feelings, holding back urge or energy exchange, present clear and not lurking. Offer love to even those who won't express their feelings, free from needing rescue or a drink to feel friendly. Kind words to the masculine in harsh truth of a nightmare, transmuting past obsessions, codependencies, and jealousies there. Soon the King of Wands shaman is exhausted, not mad, choosing a path, excited, not sad, transforming lack of faith, falling on his face, making new patterns that free him, new passion and confessions. Stag is blessed, white horse dressed, manifesting magic, epiphanies, allowing explosions, eruptions, the drama to rest. The Divine Feminine is starseed, receiving huge download, healing deceptions, sneakiness, insecurities, manipulations, hoarding, and King of Pentacles reverse being a toad. Playfulness and stay optimistic come up for the Divine Feminine. Around Divine Feminine, Emperor with arthritis, Messages of truth, unaware. Queen of Wands reversed is fighting. Queen of Cups meditating without invitation or invite. Clear loneliness and sudden events, running around to get presents, and out with everyone getting drunk, gossiping, and light or tight. New beginnings, love and health even more so. New beginnings, love and health for the Divine Feminine, okay? High energy and dropping burdens to become light. 2 more cups, just about there, moving forward through separation to union and floating on air. Taking steps to heaven on earth, called to action to love at Jesus' birth. Past returns to no longer be single. The King of Swords is ready to mingle. Soulmate dreams of fresh start with Emperor or Santa opens lotus for lovers. Brain wars of King of Wands made him exhausted and alone, but higher self led him to home, to love. Okay, and that was the read for today. And I'll pull you some quick oracle cards as well. Okay. So for the Ascension deck, take a deep breath. Okay, we had the 2 of Cups in the underlying energy, the Star in the foundation, the Lovers at the center of the reading. The challenge was the 5 of Swords guy, okay, being in your head, the war in your own head, okay. The recent past with the Judgment card in your head or in the crown position was higher self, right where it should be, right? And then the near future was the King of Wands, shaman, the Divine Feminine seeing herself as the starseed, which is the Fool or the new start. Around in her environment was the Emperor. Things to clear. The blocks were the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So clear all that energy out. And then the solution or the outcome card was 7 of Cups. But in the Syrian starseed, it's about descending or ascending steps to heaven. Okay. And then the card, after the read card, was the Ace of Cups. So really beautiful read. All right, so this December 24th on Christmas Eve, what is the message for everyone? What do they need? What does everyone need to know for the best and highest good of all those concerned? Everyone watching, what do we need to know this December 24th, 2018? What is it? Okay. Mary Magdalene and the Sun. Marco's at the bottom of the deck, number 47. As we come up to 47 here. Okay. 27, 47. 27 is the Ace of Wands, and 47 is today is the 7 of Cups. Passionate about heaven in their eyes, you know, heaven on earth. So Marco's underlying energy of affirmation is, I open to wisdom from the stars. Okay, dreams come true. And the first card that came out for you is Mary Magdalene, number 35. 35 is the Wounded Warrior. And the Sun is number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and the vibration, the high vibration energy, staying close to 0 point, the Sun. Mary Magdalene is an 8 energy, the 5 of freedom on the inside, you know, expansion energy and change, and 3 of being more social. So freedom is more about me, right? And then the 3 on the outside is more social, it's more about we. But it's that energy of the 3 and 5 coming together to make it that 8, which is all about inner and outer strength and staying at 0 point, manifesting. So Mary Magdalene says, Mary Magdalene was the high initiate and order of the Essenes of the spiritual partner of Jesus. She's now the master of the 6th ray, raising dogma into spirituality. Mary Magdalene's ascension retreat is in Marseille, with an S. She radiates a glowing buttercup yellow light to all who attune to her. Her light was hidden from us for centuries as she was misjudged about her role in Jesus' life. If you have felt wronged or misunderstood, Mary Magdalene offers you the courage to maintain your integrity. This card is an invitation to attune to Mary Magdalene to receive her blessing. This is very much about speaking your truth as I'm losing my voice, okay? And being put in that position, like she felt. Affirmation is, I maintain my truth and see spirituality in all things, okay? But to stay present and in your knowing, even when you may feel that way. It's transmuting those energies and staying at peace. The sun says, number 10, the sun is the navel chakra of the universe. Okay, so we have the solar plexus, which is that yellow energy, and we were just talking about buttercup yellow, which is very soft yellow. And now we're going down to the navel, which is coming into the orange energies. Okay, so it's gold. The sun is navel chakra of the universe. It radiates the divine masculine principle onto us. Choosing this card suggests that the universe is calling on you to develop your qualities of decisive action, protecting the vulnerable, rational thinking, courage, and strength. Invoke the sun in order to light up your aura and fill you with renewed enthusiasm for life. This energy will enable you to help everyone feel welcome and empowered, which is an important ascension quality. Your guidance is to fill your aura with brilliant golden light. Be true to yourself and act decisively today. The affirmation is, I radiate golden light and take decisive action today. Okay, so it's about being in your truth, but being decisive in your action and loving at the same time, okay? That's the mastery. Being authentic, yet learning to be kind, ascending to be kind at all times. You know, right now, as a human, you need to be authentic first, okay? Sometimes you need to be cruel to be kind, but as we ascend, we ascend to mastery and seeing things from different points of view until you become clearer and clearer and clearer, and you're able to be kind at all times, and that's actually authentic, okay? So from the past life deck, what do we need to know? Today is December 24, 2018. What do all the watchers need to know? What is the advice for the highest and best for all those concerned? What does everyone need to know? What does everyone need to know today? What does everyone need to know? I'm getting peace. Persecution and inquisition, okay? And we have Mary Magdalene coming up. So the masculine energy of the sun and Mary Magdalene exposing persecution and inquisition is the underlying energy. And the coins were underneath that. We just brought up the 30 pieces of silver, betrayal. So persecution and inquisition and Mary Magdalene. And the cards that came up for you are biblical love life, okay, which is about Mary and Jesus. The carpenter and his true love. Okay, so not much more to say about that. One leg at a time. Be creative. Rome wasn't built in a day. Chiseled features. The David's coming up. All right, now, journey of love. Okay, take another deep breath, you guys. As we're talking about Jesus, and we're at 33, 22, 23, 24. 22 is the Fool, 23 and 24 are the King and Queen of Wands. And we're at 33 in the Jesus, the Christ energy, actually. 33 is the Christ vibration. The card is actually, though, the Seven of Wands, of standing your ground. Taking the high ground, but, you know, standing up for yourself. Okay. So taking the high ground while still standing up for yourself. Okay, being authentic and kind at the same time. Okay. What does everyone need to know? What is the advice for everyone? What does everyone need to know for the highest and best of all those concerned? What do we need to know? That we need to glow. Glow. Okay. Okay, drop into your heart came out. It literally dropped. And Angel of Jupiter Awakening is number 6 at the bottom. Okay, very green. Very seen is what I'm saying. Oh, it's one of my lyrics from my song, from Sophia. Just one second. The colors from Jupiter, Angel of Jupiter Awakening, are all the colors I was talking about from the 70s. The orange, the lime green, yellow energies. And here's the snail and the Shoka rays, shamanistic energy, Angel of Jupiter awakening, number 6, which is the lovers, but it's 6 is the motherly energy of daily duty, right? The nurturing energies, it's affection. Oh, the words about Sophia. I just forgot what it was. It'll come up again. The card that came out for you guys is Drop Into Your Heart, number 68, which is the Page of Pentacles, which is about learning, it's about opportunity, it's about invitations, it's about a child in school. Okay. It's about being practical, the beginning stages of manifesting, learning. And this is again that swirling energy of the snail and the shokore, okay? And it's the same, similar colors. The other one's more green and orange and yellows, more burnt, and this one's more of magenta and green. So this is very much about dropping into the heart and high heart, the masculine and the feminine heart. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, it's about projects as well, small projects. Okay, so 68 we're going to read for you. Now if I can think of the lyrics from my song that I was supposed to bring up. There's a place of light within. Spirit, can you please remind me? There's a place of light within that no darkness can touch. It cannot be shamed, it can never be made impure. It's never lost or darkened or unavailable to us, though we may forget sometimes, sitting in a darkened room and not realizing that we can stand up and walk into the light so close to us, just on the other side of the doorway to the heart. Whatever may arise, great joy, great sorrow, drop into your heart and offer it to the divine, gently bowing your forehead to your hands in prayer. Connect mind to heart. Let yourself have some peace. It wants you, you know. This oracle brings you an offering. The divine would like to offer you whatever is bringing your heart trouble, of course, and of course, the divine would like you to offer to them whatever is bringing your heart trouble, or of course, joy. The divine would like you to receive this from you as a gift, that it may return to you some special blessing. Place your hands at your heart in genuine reflection. Perhaps you may choose to offer your heart burden or light now. Either will be joyfully received by the divine, and you shall be graced with a gift in return. And the poem simply says, longing, a dance to move beyond the feeling that draws me forward, to a place born within that calls my soul to feel complete. Okay. Finding how we, on the journey, have gotten past our longing, learning to find satisfaction on your own, loving yourself, okay? I'm trying to think of what line that was from my song that I was supposed to bring up. Well, it was Sophia, the love for herself. His heart would grow 3 times that day in drops of rain that would take away his pain. And out of the deep blue seas of her heart came the fireworks of Christ's golden sparks. I'm not sure if that was the line, but anyway, that's all I can remember at the moment. Have an amazing day, you guys. You know, have an amazing Christmas Eve and Christmas tomorrow, if I don't see you before then. And happy, happy New Year. Have an amazing time. Rise and be loved. Stay centered. Drink your water. Don't eat too much, but have fun, okay? Rise and be loved, guys. Bye. I just remembered, after of Christ's golden sparks, the lyrics say, that would leave her evergreen, you know, having been with her love, but never seen. Her heart expanding as he returns her love. It was bringing up the point that Sophia is never seen. Christ is seen, but she's not. So that's why Mary Magdalene came up today. It was very much in Spirit's connecting with me. So I just wanted to bring that up and also show you the complete picture of the read if you'd like to see it. Rise and be loved, guys.